You're looking from above at Lincoln Financial Field. The Cardinals and Eagles going head-to-head in prime time under the bright lights of Sunday night. And this is a live look outside of Xfinity Live. The Sunday Night Football bus is in town. Our Tim Furlong is there and has all the parking lot craziness coming up. NBC 10 is your official Eagles TV station, and our coverage continues right now.
You're watching NBC 10 News Playoff Push, presented by Chick-fil-A.
I'm Jacqueline London, live outside the tunnel at Lincoln Financial Field. So much to talk about in the next half hour, including a wonderful story about young Gavin Toney, who was born without arms or legs, and he had the dream of his life come true right here at Lincoln Financial Field. We're going to tell you about that story. He did not allow a disability to slow down his dreams. But first, let's talk a little bit of football. So joining us now from Comcast Sportsnet is John Clark. What a night, John.
Jackie, this is quite a night. As you can see, a lot of the players behind me and you, they're out there in their black uniforms, all black. Eagle fans love to see their birds in all black, especially in primetime games. And it's interesting because of what happened today in the NFC East games. The Redskins won, the Giants lost. Basically, tonight, the Eagles, this is not a must-win for them. Basically, it comes down to the Eagles beating the Redskins next week. Here is how the Birds can win the NFC East. If they beat the Cardinals tonight and they beat the Redskins next Saturday night, they win the division. If the Eagles lose to Arizona tonight, if they beat Washington next Saturday night and then beat the Giants, they win the division. But as I just said, it really comes down to Eagles-Redskins next Saturday night at the Link. Let's take a look at the Birds. This is a really tough game for them. The Arizona Cardinals are trying to win 8 straight games for the first time in 66 years. They're trying to wrap up their division. They're trying to get a first-round bye. There is a lot on the line for Arizona. And as you know, they are one of the best offensive teams in football. They have scored the most points on the road. The Birds are ready for Sunday Night Football and prime time.
It's going to be electric. I feel like our crowd, our fans are going to be, really, just excited for this game. As players, we're very excited.
I think we play good under pressure, so I'm looking forward to seeing how we come together prime time.
How about Sam Bradford? The Birds have won 6 of the last 8 games he has finished. He has looked real good over the last month and a half. The last time we saw him on Sunday Night Football, he brought the Birds back in an overtime win in Dallas. He finished with close to 300 yards, completed about 70% of his passes, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. All right, and joining us now from NBC Sports and Sunday Night Football, Hines Ward. We appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem.
And we were just hearing about Sam Bradford, and he has looked a lot better over the last month and a half. Do you think he's a guy that can take the Eagles to the playoffs and do something?
Well, I think it starts up front with the offensive line. If they give Sam Bradford enough time to go out and recognize coverage and just get it to his playmakers, Darren Sproles and some of the other guys, just put the ball in their hands and let them go out and just be playmakers. They have a chance to make a run.
You know Cardinals coach Bruce Arians very well.
Yes,
he was your receivers coach and offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
You know he likes to throw the ball down the field.
Well, he's very aggressive. He's always about putting up points and scoring, and the Eagles play a lot of man-to-man coverage. But the matchup I'm looking for is Malcolm Jenkins on Larry Fitzgerald on the slot. That should be, keep an eye on that matchup. Should be a tough battle. But anytime you see man-to-man, Bruce Arians, he wants to go deep and he wants to put up points.
And you just talked about that matchup in the slot, but on the outside, you do have Byron Maxwell, but you also have a rookie, Eric Rowe, who's looking better. How can the Eagles defend against these Cardinals receivers, especially John Brown, who can get down the field?
Well, you have to get pressure on Carson Palmer, and that's the key. If you get pressure on him and enable him to get the ball out of his hands quick, then you can help your secondary, especially a rookie on the outside, because me knowing Bruce Arians, he's going to go after the young guy and take his shots down the field. So it's all about pressuring Carson Palmer and get him out of his comfort level.
Cardinals have won 7 in a row. They've got a lot on the line. They've got home field advantage they can still get. They can also win the division.
Yes.
What's your prediction for tonight?
Well, it's going to be a tough matchup, but Arizona, I mean, they're solid all around. Special teams, defensively, offensively. It's just if they go out and take care of the football, they should win tonight.
And the Eagles, even if they lose tonight, they can still win this division by winning the last 2 games. So I'm going to ask you an NFC East prediction. Who comes out of it?
Oh, it's going to be a tough matchup. It seems like no one wants to take control of the NFC East, but you have to look at what Washington did today. And I think, what Kirk Cousins is doing with Deshaun Jackson, going out and making plays. Right now, they look like they're the hot team, and they're going to finish strong.
Uh-oh. All right. All right, we appreciate your time,
No
Heinz
problem,
Ward.
anytime.
Let's go out in the parking lots now. I'm sure everybody's lathered up. Tim Furlong is out there with Eagle fans. Take it away, Tim.
Tonight's tailgating champion is brought to you by the New Jersey Lottery. Anything can happen in Jersey.
And John, I'm a kid in an Eagles candy football shop right now. Xfinity Live is jamming. There's live music out here. And, of course, we have the Sunday Night Football bus out in the parking lot at Xfinity Live. This thing is awesome. There's so much cool interactive stuff. Lots of people waiting to get on, but we're getting a first dib here. Check this thing out. If you've never been on this, and I hadn't until right now, this thing is pretty awesome because they have a whole bunch of cool interactive stuff. But, we found lots of cool rigs out in the parking lot here today tailgating, and we want to introduce you to a guy who is really kicking it old school and doing it right. Amongst the Eagles tailgaters, there are some who just, simply do it better.
This is Eagle Mobile 2, home of the best tailgate in the city.
Big Ed is a retired Navy guy from Northeast Philly, and he has a sick autograph-covered Eagles rig.
So come on inside, Tim. I'll show you the inside.
From the curtains to the table to the mirror, it's Eagles everywhere except in one spot.
This is our shrine to the Dallas Cowboys.
This whole RV a tribute to Eagles past and present.
And up at the top also, we have Reggie looking down on us from heaven.
But this isn't just about transportation. It has become a rolling feast and party spot. Ed's nephew Anthony is the head chef.
I've been cooking since I was 8 years old down here.
I'll toast to Anthony's venison cheesesteaks, the briskets, sausages, a full bar, kielbasa, and fried mac and cheese bites so good they'll make you kiss an old dude. This whole setup is truly just the essence of being an Eagles fan.
This is just the most fun that we have during the season, from August to hopefully all the way to February sometime. Just a game. Hockey's just a game. Basketball's just a game. Eagles football is an event.
You're darn right, Eagles football is an event. Who's ready for a big game tonight on NBC 10? And I'll tell you what, on the other side of the bus, if you get a chance to see this, come this way. On the other side of the bus, they have all the players of the game from all the weeks leading up to this. And tonight, they're going to put another name right here. They're going to put another name right here. At home, I want you to think about which Eagle you think is going to go right here, because I'm feeling pretty good that it's going to be an Eagle, Jackie. Back to you.
We would love that, Tim. Thank you. Up next, our exclusive conversation with Malcolm Jenkins. Stay close. Push special, you're looking above and down on the ground at a live shot right now. A pair of first place teams doing battle tonight at the Link. There are some key matchups in this one. For more on those, we send it to NBCSN's Ross Tucker.
Tonight's Keys to the Game is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
So for me, there's two very obvious keys to tonight's game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Number one, do not give up anything cheap and deep. You watch the Arizona Cardinals, the way they play with these receivers, Michael Floyd, John Brown, they've gotten so many bombs for touchdowns against pretty much every team. The Eagles cannot let them do that. They have to keep everything in front of them, make the Arizona Cardinals earn it. At the same time, the Eagles have to run the ball to win this game. Sam Bradford going against the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, he is not going to throw the Eagles to a victory. Ryan Matthews, Darren Sproles, and yes, even DeMarco Murray have to have one of their best games of the year. That means the offensive line as well. Keep the ball out of Arizona's offense's hands and give Bradford a chance by establishing that running game. To me, those are the two clear keys to tonight's game for the Eagles.
We're back inside the Link. Eagles safety Malcolm Jenkins is likely going to be a very busy man tonight. Let's go back to John Clark for more on Malcolm.
Yeah, Jackie, this is the best threesome of receivers that the Eagles have faced all year with Larry Fitzgerald, John Brown, Michael Floyd, and Malcolm Jenkins is back in the slot position these last 2 weeks. And guess what? The Eagles are winning again and playing very good defense. The 2 games before that, he wasn't playing in the slot as much, and he's got a big matchup against Larry Fitzgerald. So Malcolm talked about his favorite position really on defense, playing in that slot.
The slot is definitely the position that I think I'm most productive and the position that I enjoy playing the most. I've really lobbied with multiple defensive coordinators to allow me to play that position, and Billy Davis is really the first one that's had the belief in me to go in there and really be productive, and I think it's helped this team.
And this is going to be a huge week in the slot as well. Is this the best 3, 4, 5 receivers you guys are going to face all year?
I think so. So far, this is the best group, top to bottom. They've got, they're starting 3 that get most of the targets, with Larry Fitzgerald being the most productive in the slot, and so that's going to be a huge matchup for me. I played Larry a few times in my career, and he's somebody I actually know personally, so it'd be fun. He called me to get some tickets this week for his families, so hopefully our fans don't treat him too bad.
Is this the type of thing? Is there going to be some friendly fire with trash talk between you two guys this week, or is it not like that between you two?
He's not a big trash talker. He's like one of those guys where he's really friendly and it's annoying. Like he wants to help you up every play. He wants to give you a tap on your helmet, and it's really annoying. So I try to ignore him half the time.
Do you try to kill him with kindness too back?
No, I'm not really a kind guy on game day.
When you're in meetings all week, you guys pretty fired up for a matchup like this because they're going to take shots and they're going to go down the field, and all of you may have an opportunity this week either for an interception, big play, or to do something here.
Yeah, when you start to see on tape that they take multiple shots down the field, that means that you're going to be put in situations where you're either going to make a play or give up a play. And so, it's volatile, but you look at it as an opportunity. And whenever the ball's in the air, we think that we have the guys that can go get it. You want those games, especially on a Sunday night. It's a prime time. Everybody's watching. It's gonna be a fun stage for us.
All right. Well, good luck against Larry too.
I appreciate that.
All right. Thanks. And a big key for the Eagles is causing turnovers. When they've caused 1 or fewer turnovers, they're 1-4. When they've caused 2 or more, they've won 5 of their last 6. Watch out for that tonight. I'm John Clark. Back to you, Jackie.
John, thanks. Up next.
Yeah, this is Chip Kelly calling from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Seriously? A personal invitation from Chip Kelly. Sideline passes to meet players pregame. A holiday shopping spree with DeMarco Murray. And a one-of-a-kind memento from an Eagles player. The exclusive and inspiring story of young Gavin Toney. Next, when Playoff Push returns.
One more look from above. Game time between the Cardinals and Eagles is quickly approaching, and excitement is building among fans. For more, we rejoin NBC 10's Tim Furlong.
Tonight's Fan of the Game is brought to you by Buick. Visit your Philadelphia Super Network Buick dealer.
And Jackie, earlier in the show, we showed you this guy with a great tailgate setup, but trust me when I say, here at the Eagles games, there are great fans everywhere, like these people right here. Everyone is excited. If you've never been to an Eagles game, you should come down, take a walk through the parking lots where you can meet interesting people like this guy, Eric Wayne. Take a look at this guy. Guy's a grill extraordinaire, a master of the smoker, comes to all the home games, and he wears Eagles gear, loves the Eagles chef's hat and the dog jersey, and I love what he makes. Short ribs, brisket, sausages, you name it. He also goes outside the tailgating box with his fish tacos, and he isn't just cooking for his group, and this is what makes him a super fan. He understands that when you're at the link with your family, what do? You feed your family. You bring them over, you feed them. This guy's a super fan, feeds his fellow fans.
I've been living and dying with this team since I was born, and I'm hungry for a championship. There's nothing I love more than football season, tailgate season. So we come down here, we feed everybody around, and we, just like to have a good time with everybody, and it really brings a warm feeling just being out here with all these hungry Philadelphia fans.
and that includes me, and he fed me pretty well. I'm wearing a red jacket. Jackie, I'm bleeding green in spirit with my Randall Cunningham throwback jersey on. It's going to be a good game tonight. We need a win. Let's do it, Jackie.
Tonight's injury report is brought to you by your local Ford store, home of America's favorite brand.
And time now for the injury report. The Eagles come into this one relatively healthy. Byron Maxwell missed a practice earlier in the week, but he's listed as probable. Vinny Curry has been dealing with an illness, but he too is expected to go. All of the players listed here are listed as probable tonight. There are certain times during your career when you meet someone who changes your life for the better in an instant. For the players on this Eagles team and for me, it was when we came face to face with young Gavin Toney, who received a very special VIP invite to last week's game against the Bills. Take a look.
Yeah, this is Chip Kelly calling from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Seriously?
Got it, buddy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing outstanding. I heard a great story about you and what a great defensive tackle you are. And I was just so impressed with everything I saw. I saw a little video on you, and I was calling to see if we could invite you to come down to our game against the Bills this Sunday.
Yeah, I would like that.
For this 12-year-old, it may as well be Super Bowl Sunday.
This is a big place. Wow.
This 7th grader flying high with the Eagles, now living his dream.
What's up?
He was born without arms or legs. Hardly an obstacle for this young fighter, this determined soul, this defensive tackle for his middle school football team.
1, 2, 3!
Offense!
Gavin showing his own gridiron greatness, which is why this day, for him, is epic.
I showed our whole team your video last night.
Really?
They were fired up. They couldn't wait to meet you.
Can't wait to meet all those guys.
Enjoy the game today, man.
I will.
Yes, sir.
Look at Sanchez. Sam Bradford. What's up, Jordan Matthews?
What's up, man? Nice to meet you, dog.
So, Gavin, keep balling. You the man, homie.
Thank you.
You the man, bro.
Good
You're
luck.
inspiration, but you inspire us, dog, right?
Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
Like really excited to know that they saw my video and I meant something to them, and that right there just proves it.
We're kicking it old school on the sideline. What up, what up? What's up, my man? How we doing?
Good, how are you?
All right. Ready for a good game, man?
Yeah.
You gotta win this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love your determination, your work, man.
Thank you.
I want to come watch you one day. All right? Enjoy the game, baby. I'll see you after, all right?
Yeah. It actually surprised me. I mean, my face was like, and I didn't know what to say, and it was just really awesome at that moment.
What's it like to see these NFL players up close and personal?
Well, I seen them on TV, and well, they're really taller than what you see on TV. And just to know that you could be one of them one day is really awesome.
This little fighter, indeed a good luck charm, with the Eagles getting a victory. And this touchdown by Nelson Aguilar became an even bigger score for Gavin.
This young man right here would probably appreciate this football more than I would. Yeah, so I took it out of my luggage and I gave it to him the night before we watched the video. And I just watched him talk and I watched the confidence he spoke with. That's real. That's just as real as it gets.
If you're wondering how Gavin can prepare himself, not just physically, but mentally, to get out on the field and play, the 7th grader says if other guys can do it, why can't I? And one player he met on the sidelines left him virtually speechless. And that player decided to give him a very special gift.
We're gonna have a little shopping spree, a little fun.
Oh, yeah.
A surprise shopping spree with Eagles running back DeMarco Murray.
We'll get the large. How about that? Large?
There you go. That look good.
You can match the jersey. If we're wearing white, you wear white. If we're wearing green, you wear green. You want to get a cell phone case?
Yes, please.
Gaining a new friend in his idol may be the best gift of all.
The confidence and toughness comes from him. I mean, when he goes down, a part of me goes down, because then I'm like, well, I can't do it now. He has to help me get through this.
This really puts life into perspective.
It puts things into perspective huge, you know. You're not worried about everything else. Obviously, there's a lot of chaos around you sometimes and being what we do. And then when you meet guys like him and all of that just kind of, you know, splurs away in the moment and you're not thinking about anything but, you know, meeting him, having fun with him and just, you know, at the end of the day, getting to know him.
For Gavin, new friendships, a lifetime of memories.
So football's done now, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully the realization that just as much as they changed his life, he changed theirs.
Up until now, the closest Gavin ever got to this stadium was playing it on Madden. He used to play as DeMarco Murray. Now he's friends with DeMarco Murray, and DeMarco and Gavin both look forward to a lasting relationship. I think they already have some play dates set up in the future. So just as much of an impact that Gavin had on us, we had on him. It is indeed mutual. Just an incredible story. Let's tell you about tonight's lineup here on NBC 10. Up next, it's football night in America. Then it's the Cardinals and the Eagles. After Sunday night football's coverage ends, we pick things up with Eagles game day final. John Clark returns. He'll be live outside the Eagles locker room. We wrap things up with news after game day final. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the football.